Eala rises to number 45 in WTA rankings ahead of Abu Dhabi Open. Eala continued her climb on the WTA Tour after rising to a career-high world number 45 in the latest rankings released Monday. The Filipina surpassed her previous best of number 49, boosted by a recent stint at the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open, where she earned key points competing in front of a home crowd. The recently concluded Australian Open results also took effect in the rankings. Eala now sits just 2 ranks ahead of Indonesia's Janice Tien, ranked number 47, making the Filipina still on top in the Southeast Asian region. Next up, Eala heads to the WTA 500 Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open with her opener scheduled not before 10:10 p.m. on Monday night. Eala, rising to number 45 and racing toward tennis destiny. In the world of sport, especially tennis, some moments are defined not just by numbers, but by meaning. And so it is with Eala's leap to world number 45 in the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, rankings, achieved on February 2, 2026, as she prepared to take the court at the prestigious Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open. This milestone isn't just a stat on a leaderboard. It's a culmination of sweat, patience, heartbreak, hope, and unshakable belief, a narrative of growth that extends far beyond tennis lines and scoreboards. The climb, more than a number. To truly appreciate what number 45 means for Eala, we have to understand where she's come from. Born in 2005 and raised in the Philippines, Alex, full name Alexandra Maniego Eala, didn't step onto the professional tennis world like a fully formed star. Instead, she emerged carrying something even rarer, the quiet fuel of purpose coupled with prodigious talent. Early in her career, she blazed across junior circuits, even capturing a Grand Slam junior title at the U.S. Open, a first for her country. But senior tennis is an entirely different arena, a testing ground for resilience as much as skill. Alex's journey through this arena has been marked by steady breakthrough after breakthrough, climbing through the WTA rankings, beating elite competitors, and redefining expectations for Filipino athletes worldwide. Reaching number 45 is the highest rank ever earned by a Filipino player in WTA history. And yet, on the day the rankings were released, Alex treated it as just another milestone on a longer path. Rather than celebrate in solitude, she was already focused on the challenges that waited in Abu Dhabi. The momentum of 2026. Heading into the 2026 season, Eala had already shown flashes of brilliance. She reached the quarterfinals of the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open, the first professional WTA event ever staged in Manila, a homecoming that stirred national pride and unified an entire nation behind her tennis journey. Though she was defeated by Camila Osorio of Colombia, the tournament was a defining moment, not just for her ranking, but for Philippine sport. Prior to that, a strong showing at the ASB Classic in Auckland and her participation in the Australian Open main draw contributed critical points to her ranking. Those performances, and the confidence she drew from them, helped propel her up the list from number 49 to number 45 with 1,163 ranking points, a tangible reflection of consistency and competitive spirit. But ranking points don't tell the whole story. They never capture the countless hours spent training, the mental adjustments after losses, or the courage it takes to believe in yourself when the world doubts you. These unseen moments shape players just as much as victory on the court does. Abu Dhabi, a defining stage. With her new career-high ranking secured, Eala's attention turned to the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, a WTA 500 event that features a stacked field of top players. The tournament represents both opportunity and crucible. Hey, a player can make substantive ranking climbs, claim significant prize money, and test their mettle against elite competition. In her opening match, Alex was set to face Zeynep Sönmez of Turkey, a player ranked outside the top 100, yet experienced and dangerous in her own right. Such matchups, at this stage in a young player's career, are about more than winning or losing points. They are about proving to oneself that you belong on the world stage. Ahead of her first serve in Abu Dhabi, Eala spoke about evolution, not just in her game, but in her mindset. She expressed a hunger not just for ranking improvements, but for maturity, resilience, and growth. "I want to keep going higher," she said, reflecting a mindset that questions complacency and embraces challenge. The human story behind the athlete. What's remarkable about Eala's ascent is the blend of joy and gravity she brings to her career. She could easily be defined entirely by her statistics, the top 50 breakthrough, the historic matches, the record-setting achievements. But these numbers are only the surface. Off the court, she carries the hopes of a tennis-starved nation, Filipinos who have rarely seen homegrown talent compete among the world's best. Her presence in high-profile tournaments ignites inspiration in young athletes who might otherwise think that reaching such heights is impossible. She has become, in a short time, a symbol of what determination, not just skill, can achieve. And she has found moments of joy in unexpected places. For example, a training session with Rafael Nadal at the Rafa Nadal Academy, where she soaked in nuance, experience, and the kind of wisdom that only legends can offer. These experiences don't just sharpen technical skills, they shape confidence and fortify resilience. Perspective, the weight of success. At 20 years old, Eala has already achieved more than many athletes do in a full career. Her rise to world number 45 places her among the elite, yet she remains grounded. She speaks of her work ethic with humility, acknowledging that success is often cumulative, the product of thousands of small choices, day after day, year after year. Her coaches, teammates, and supporters often remark on her work rate and mental strength, key ingredients in the alchemy of sports success. In an era where the physical components of training are highly advanced, the mental side of sport often becomes the defining edge. In this, Alex has shown a maturity beyond her years. This balance of fearlessness and discipline, to take risks, yet remain composed, allows her to transform pressure into motivation. When the global spotlight shines on her at major events, the Filipino star doesn't flinch. She evolves. A broader impact. Alex's success is personal, but it's also collective. Tennis in Southeast Asia, and in the Philippines especially, gains visibility with each step she takes up the rankings. Her accomplishments invite media attention, sponsor investment, and public interest in tennis programs back home. She's not just winning matches. She's building an ecosystem that could uplift a generation of players. Young girls in Manila, Cebu, Davao, and beyond now see a model of success they can touch. They see someone who proved that a kid from Quezon City can rise through the global hierarchy of tennis. And they see someone who embraces pressure, steers through losses, and keeps charging forward. These are lessons far more valuable than any scoreboard. What comes next? The journey continues. Ranking aside, the real narrative isn't confined to number 45. It's about trajectory. A ranking can fluctuate week to week, but legacy builds over time. For Eala, the Abu Dhabi Open,